Welcome to our mini Thanksgiving series. We are going to be showing you how to make the best macaroni cheese ever. This macaroni has exactly 2 types of cheeses in it. First things first, we're going to go ahead and preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then make sure you have your water getting ready to boil for the macaroni. Don't forget to add a little bit of salt in the water. Okay, so this recipe, you can use a block of Velveeta cheese. But if you can't find Velveeta cheese anywhere in the stores, I have found out that the Clancy's cheese melt from Aldi's works just as great. Okay, so first we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna cut this cheese into slices. And you might wanna put it in the fridge to let it kind of thicken up a little bit or whatever, because trying to cut it soft like I'm doing here, a lot more difficult. So if you can get this chilled, that's even more better, but we're just gonna basically cut it into slices, the whole block. Okay, so now that the cheese is all cut into nice wonderful slices, we're gonna come over here to the stove, put it over here. Now, and you see that the water is boiling now, so I'm going to measure out 3 cups of the elbow macaroni. Okay, so that's 2 cups, and I need 1 more cup. So 3 cups of the elbow macaroni is what we have measured out and used. If you don't, please do not use any more, because if you do, your macaroni will not come out right. And we're gonna just let that macaroni boil for about 8-9 minutes. Now we're gonna pour 1 cup of the 2% milk into a pan. And we're gonna kind of give that a little bit of heat to heat it up so we can begin to make our cheese sauce. Right now I currently have it on 5. That's because I'm just trying to speed heat it up a little bit. And then I'm going to turn it down once I start making the cheese sauce, because you want to be careful not to scorch the cheese sauce. Okay, so I did turn it up a little bit to speed up the heating process to around about 7. Okay, so now I'm turning it back down to about 2.5 in temp. And we're gonna just put the cheese in here a few slices at a time. So about maybe 3 or 4 slices at a time. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna slowly let this melt into the milk and just kind of stir around to make sure it doesn't scorch. Okay, and so I also want to let you know, do not use your whole slices of the cheese block. Yes, we're using the whole cheese block, but we're not going to use all of the cheese right off the bat. We're going to save back at least 8 slices. We're going to just constantly add cheese in and slowly cook it, melt it down. And you're going to constantly stir to make sure that it's not scorching and sticking to the bottom of the pot. Yeah, and just constantly stir it as it melts. And the cheese sauce is about done. We've already used just about a good amount of it. You see how it's thickening up and it's getting cheesy? That's the way you want it. And just continuing to stir. This is the consistency you want. It's like a thick but creamy consistency. We already have strained our pasta. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and pour our macaroni pasta in there. Take your cheese sauce, and you're just gonna pour it all over the macaroni. And give that a good mix. Now you remember that extra cheese I said to save back? We're gonna put that in here. And we're also going to put another type of cheese in here. Okay, so after that's all mixed in nice and well, we're gonna put the extra Velveeta cheese slices, or Clancy's cheese if you have that one, in, and we're going to give that a good mix in as well because you want it to kind of cook into the macaroni. Now we're going to take our Colby Jack cheese slices, and we got the small pack. Usually comes in about 11 pieces, maybe 12, but we're going to break that apart, and we're going to save back 6 pieces of the Colby Jack cheese to use later on. Okay, so we're going to use the remainder slices because we're saving 6 slices back of the Colby Jack cheese. We're going to go ahead and put the remainder in here with the macaroni. And we're going to give that a good mix in to the macaroni. And you want to try to get the cheese all throughout. Now we're going to place our macaroni into the oven for 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Thank you everyone for checking out this series while this cheese melts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, comment below, let us know how you like your macaroni. We hope you're enjoying this Thanksgiving mini-series. Come back for more.
Okay, so now that we've had the macaroni in the oven for 10 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and take this out. And I'm going to stir around all that melted cheese that we just melted in this casserole dish. And this is a 9 by 13 dish, if anybody was wondering the size. You see all that cheesy goodness. Okay, so now that that's mixed up, you know that remaining 6 slices of the Colby cheese that I saved back? We're going to go ahead and use that to top it and give it a nice layer on top of the macaroni. And we're going to place this back in the oven for 5 more minutes. Okay, so now that the cheese that we put on top has been melted for 5 minutes, look at that. And that's the finished result. Nice and cheesy. Our homemade recipe for macaroni. All right, so let's go ahead and scoop some of this good old macaroni. That looks amazing. All right, and there it is. That's our homemade recipe for our macaroni. Go ahead and shoot a comment and let us know if you tried this recipe and how it turned out for you and how did you like it. Also, go ahead and smash that like button if this video was at all helpful to you, and go ahead and subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you can get more of our recipes when we upload them.